Hey guys, John Griffith with Max Fortitude Fitness, and today we're going to be talking about supplements. So supplements are a multi-billion-dollar industry. There's a ton of manufacturers out there, and they're all looking to get your money. So if you go to any of your local GNC or health food stores, you look on the shelves, you're probably going to see a ton of brands, and that by itself can be pretty confusing when it comes to picking the right supplement for you. So we'll start off today talking about exactly what a supplement is. We'll go over a few of the more common categories of supplements. I'll do the pros and cons to each, and then if I have any recommended brands as far as the categories, I'll go ahead and give that as well. So if you're watching this on Facebook and I have a specific brand that I recommend, I'll go ahead and post a link to that below in the comments. That way you can go ahead and check it out on your own and make a decision if it's something that you might be interested in. So starting off, what is a supplement? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's something that complements or supplements an already well-rounded diet and a proper exercise routine. So regardless of any of the things we talk about, there is no such thing as a magic pill. It simply doesn't exist. So if you're trying to lose weight without the well-rounded nutrition or an exercise plan, these aren't going to solve your problem. Again, they simply complement your efforts towards whatever goal you already have. So starting off, number one is going to be protein. Now there's two main types of protein. We have casein protein and whey protein. The big difference between these two is how fast they're broken down and absorbed by the body. So casein on one hand is broken down and absorbed slowly. That's opposed to whey protein, which is broken down more rapidly and then absorbed more rapidly. So when would you want to take something like this as far as the different types of protein? Well, the casein protein, being the slower digesting one, is going to be something that you're going to want to take towards the end of the evening. So that might look like a protein shake as your last meal, say at 8 or 9 o'clock. And the reason why you would want that casein is because it's going to give you that slow release of protein over a more sustained period of time. Now, whey protein, on the other hand, is going to be, again, rapidly absorbed. So that's something I'm going to want immediately in that 30 to 45 minute window right after a workout. Pros to protein, again, it's going to supplement whatever your protein intake already is. A lot of the manufacturers out there are going to add things, be it fiber, complex carbohydrates for sustained energy, and also vitamins and minerals. Cons to it is it might give you a little bit of gastrointestinal distress. So if you're not used to a certain brand or taking protein in general, then you might experience a little bit of bloating, maybe some gas or burping along with that. Moving on, the next one we're going to cover is fish oils. So fish oils, that's typically an omega-3 supplement, and you get omega-3s naturally in your diet through things like salmon, tuna, different types of fish. So the pros to fish oils is for your heart and joint health. It's necessary for it. And the cons to it, there aren't too many out there. One of the more minor ones is with some of the fish oil pills that they tend to give you a little bit of fish breath. So you might be burping up and you taste that kind of fishy aftertaste. That's what it's from. Now, a lot of manufacturers out there are making it to where they don't have that aftertaste. And so there's not a whole lot of cons to that. So my recommended brand for this is one I take. It's called Smarty Pants. It's a combination between fish oil and what we're going to talk about next, multivitamin. So rewinding for a quick second, proteins, as far as my recommendations for that, there's two out there. There's Ascent protein and Synthesix protein. So those are my two recommendations as far as protein. So number three we're going to cover is multivitamins. This is the vitamins and minerals to help supplement if you have any deficiencies in your diet. The majority of the vitamins and the minerals you're getting should again be from your primary food sources. So these just kind of complement it. Say you're lacking in something like vitamin A or vitamin C from your diet, then these give you that full daily recommended intake of it. Not a whole lot of cons on it. There are upper limits to some of the vitamins and minerals out there, but if you're taking the recommended source and you're eating, again, a well-rounded diet, you really shouldn't have to be worried about hitting that upper limit. Pros is obviously, again, you're going to get your full source of vitamins and minerals with that. Now, my recommendation for that is, again, that combination that I have, the Smarty Pants brand, that have both the fish oils and the multivitamins. So the fourth one we're going to go over is creatine. Now, creatine is common to the strength community. There have been studies performed that show improvements in strength with it as a supplement, as well as performance in high intensity exercise over a shorter period of time. As far as taking creatine, it's commonly started with what we call a loading phase. So for a few days, you supersaturate those muscles, and then the dosage daily drops into what we call a maintenance phase. Cons to this, we'll start with that, is pretty common to protein. So we talked about the bloating and the gastrointestinal issues. That's pretty common with creatine, as well as it's going to absorb muscle. So you're probably going to put on a few pounds as your body retains a little bit more water, especially during the loading phase of this. Pros to it are on the performance side is possible increases in strength. And if you're doing a lot of high intensity exercise, it's possible that you're going to see improvements in that as well. So last one we're going to go over today is going to be fat burners. So when we think of magical pills, that theoretical magical pill, this is commonly what people think of. They think, well, I don't need to eat right, I don't need to exercise as much, I'm just going to take this pill and 30 pounds is magically going to fall off. And that's couldn't be further from the truth with this. So a lot of the fat burners that there are out there, they're diuretic, which means that, excuse me, as you take it, you're gonna lose a little bit of water weight. It might be a pound or two of water weight. So you take a fat burner, get on the scale a few days later, hey, I lost 2 or 3 pounds. You think it's automatically working. In reality, again, it's just that diuretic effect of whatever's added into that. So you have to be careful, especially with fat burners. Contraindications to this is if you're pregnant, if you have pre-existing heart issues, if you're sensitive to caffeine, or if you're already taking caffeine. A lot of these manufacturers add in caffeine with this, and that could easily put you over whatever caffeine threshold you're used to here. So I would advise against fat burners. The best substitute to this is that well-rounded diet again, and making sure that you're hitting the gym often. So if you guys have any questions, reach out to me at maxfortitudefitness@gmail.com, and go ahead and check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next Saturday.